Congressman Richard Gomez pumalag na sa labis na pagmamagaling ni Kabataan Party List Representative Raul Manuel sa war on drugs. Pero bago ang lahat, kung di pa kayo nakasubscribe sa aking channel, please do subscribe para mas updated kayo sa mga susunod kong mga videos. Napikon na nga si Congressman Richard Gomez sa mga katanungan ni Representative Raul Manuel kay Colonel Carlos dahil sa pilit itong pinipiga ni Manuel kahit patotoo ang lahat ng sinasabi nito. Nagbigay naman ng pahayag si Congressman Richard Gomez kung gaano kalaki ang naitulong ng war on drugs sa Leyte. I was a mayor when the drug war was implemented, and let me tell you, lahat ng implementations nila with the fight against drugs, hindi ka pwedeng lumapit sa drug pusher o sa drug lord at sabihin mo, pwede bang tumigil na ho kayo? They have firearms at babarilin ka nila. So, during the implementation ng drug war, nagkakaputukan talaga. Sad na may namamatay. Sad pati yung mga pulis at civilians na sasama. Dagdag pa nga ni Congressman Richard Gomez, tama ginawa ni Presidente. Kung wala kang first-hand experience, madaling sabihing failure yung programa ni Presidente. Pero pag galing ka sa isang lugar katulad ng Ormoc noong 2016, makikita mo na talagang very effective yung trabaho na ginawa ng kapulisan laban sa drugs. Tama yung ginawa ng Presidente. End quote.
Ito, mas natalakay kasi ito sa Committee on Human Rights led by our chair, Chairman Abante, na dati na bring up na natin yung Command Memorandum Circular 16 Series of 2016 na pirmado din mismo ni former PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa na kung saan ay instead na maghanap talaga ng mga ebidensya bago mag-file ng mga warrant, ang nangyayari ay pamimilit, pananakot. So maging yung ginawa ni former PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa, batay doon sa affidavit ni Kerwin Espinosa, ito ba ay consistent doon sa ano yung layunin at ano yung esensya ng CMC 16 2016? Kasi doon pala nakita na natin yung mga flaws sa memorandum na yon na magdudulot talaga siya ng mga samot-saring paglabag at pag-abuso sa mga kababayan natin. So maging yung ganong ginawa, would that fall under the scope of that CMC for us to say na liable din yung pumirma doon sa CMC na yon? Can we get a comment from the NUPL?
Mr. Chair, if I may be allowed to answer. Again, Command Memorandum Circular 2016-11 does not mention illegal acts. It only asks the police to knock on people's doors and ask them to surrender. We have a particular question about the term neutralization, which we have pointed out prior during the House Committee on Human Rights hearings, that neutralization seems to have been interpreted by the police as an instruction to kill, neutralize drug personalities. As regards trumped-up charges and so forth, perhaps it could also fall within that framework, but outright violation of the law is not in the letter of the Command Memorandum Circular. It is in the implementation of the circular that has been very problematic.
Tapos si Mr. Chair, isa na point out din kasi natin dun yung term na neutralization na sa maraming mga pagkakataon, ang pagkaka-implement talaga nito ay kung sino yung suspect, kahit suspect pa lang, ay patayin. So, sa tingin po ba ninyo, sa perspective ninyo, yung ginawa kay Rolando Espinosa, yung pag-neutralize sa kanya, bunga yun nitong Command Memorandum Circular 16, Series of 2016?
Yes, of course. And precisely because the Memorandum Circular cites the pronouncements of President Duterte as the impetus for this entire quote-unquote war on drugs. The killings actually began from when he started saying that kill, 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 and I will take care of you. Ang pangako niya sa mga pulis, kung may mapatay kayo in the course of any police operation, ako ang bahala sa inyo. So it really created a culture, a climate of impunity in the Philippines. And the killings, not only the 6,000 or 7,000 that are attributed to police operations, can be taken within the context of that command memorandum circular, but we also argue that the rest of the killings, vigilante killings, those found by the roadsides, yung unknown perpetrators, also fall within that framework. And up to 30,000 people died within this climate or culture of impunity. And as we said, no one or very few policemen or persons have been called to account.
Mr. Chair, kung ganun yung lalabas, ibig sabihin, itong Command Memorandum Circular 16, Series of 2016, na pinirmahan ni former PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa, hindi lang siya pumirma, hindi lang din ito inimplement ng kanyang mga subordinates sa PNP, pero siya mismo ay active na implementor ng Command Memorandum Circular na yun dahil sa involvement niya doon sa mga Espinosa, assuming na totoo yung mga sinabi ni Kerwin Espinosa. Would the NUPL agree or disagree with that?
Yes, we would agree. The authority of the policemen to act stem from this command memorandum circular. And in the command memorandum itself, it traces its authority naman in turn to the pronouncements of the president. So, one, Bato de la Rosa is liable because of his signature verily on this memorandum, but also President Duterte because of his pronouncements.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just would like to add in their conversation, Mr. Chair. I was a mayor when the drug war was implemented, Mr. Chair. And let me tell you, nasa lahat ng implementations nila against the fight with the fight against drugs, hindi ka pwedeng lumapit sa drug pusher o sa drug lord at sabihin mo, pwede ho ba tumigil na ho kayo? Kasi lahat ito, all of these people, all of these personalities, they have firearms. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin sa tumigil ka na. Ay babarili ka agad ng mga yan. So during the implementation na nanguhuli sila at hinaharang nila to, nagkakaputukan talaga, and that is really true. Sad na may namamatay. Sad pati yung polis na sasama. Pero inuutusan yung polis eh. Trabaho nila, Mr. Chair, pag sinabi ng higher up sila, gawin nyo ito. They will do what they're told. And that's the reason na marami namatay. Both from the civilian, both from the police, pati na rin yung mga drug personalities. Now, Mr. Chair, in our conversations, there are two more items that I'd like to bring up, Mr. Chair. First, when Mr. Kerwin Espinosa said na lahat ng sinabi niya sa Senate hindi totoo. That is an institution that we also have to protect. What if he will go into another investigation and he will say that everything he said here is not real, is not true? So, ano yung pinangahawakan natin lahat in both institutions of the Senate and the House? And second, it was Colonel Marcos who was head of the CIDG in Leyte at that time during the killing of the father of Kerwin Espinosa. And ang haba ng sinabi ni Kerwin, but we haven't heard yung side, Mr. Chair, ni Colonel Marcos kung ano yung masasabi ni Colonel Marcos regarding sa mga nangyari sa event ng pagkamatay ng father ni Kerwin Espinosa. So, Mr. Chair, will it be possible to hear aside from Colonel Marcos against sa sinabi ni Kerwin so that we can hear both sides?
Yes, kanina earlier when Congressman Rog Gutierrez and other members were asking questions to Colonel Marcos, sinasagot naman ni Colonel Marcos yung patungkol doon sa kwento sa totoong nangyari doon sa loob ng kulungan sa Leyte.
Bye-bye.
And somehow he has already given some information to the committee as to kung ano naman yung side o yung version ng story on the side of Colonel Marcos.
Yes, sir.
Earlier, may mga comments na dinagdag si Colonel Marcos, but we reminded him na hindi pa pwedeng sumobra yung kanyang sagot dun sa tanong na tinatanong ni Congressman Gutierrez, and we promised him that we will give him time later on before we shift to another topic para magkaroon din ng pagkakataon siya sa committee ito na magkwento o mas masagot yung mabigyan ng isang side o isang angulo yung sinasabi naman ni Kerwin Espinosa. And we will give him that later, Your Honor. But
Mr. Chair,
yes.
with regard also, if we can take up protecting our institution and the Senate.
I
as,
absolutely agree
yes.
with you, Congressman Gomez. In fact, paalala lang sa ating mga resource persons na naimbita, for the information na rin ng ating publiko, hindi naman po 101% pinaniniwalaan natin ng kumiting ito ang kanilang mga testimonya. The only reason why we are asking them to execute an affidavit nang sa ganon ay hindi po tayo balikan in the future para sabihin nila na sila ay pinressure, tinakot, pinilit, o hindi kaya isinubuan ng statement. And that is the reason why we require them to execute an affidavit. So ito ang gusto nating sabihin because we really want to protect the institution, both the Senate at itong lower house. Dahil po tayo dito sa Quadcom, ang ating layunin, wala naman iba kundi ipalabas ang katotohanan. Kung meron man pong lumalabas na mga personalidad o pangalang na babanggit, base sa mga testimonya o hindi kaya sa dokumentong isinasubmit sa atin, yan po ay tinitimbang natin. Nang sa ganoon, pag tayo'y gumawa ng committee report, lahat po ng side ng kwento ay kasama ho sa ating committee report.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And lastly, with regards to the statement of PDEA, I think it is inaccurate for him to say that the drug fight or the drug problem did not improve during the drug war. I can say that in my city, when I was mayor, nag-improve yung nag-improve yung situation namin during the drug war because yung police namin nagtrabaho talaga sila. As a matter of fact, during the course na marami silang hinuli, in less than 2 months, Mr. Chair, there are over 900 people who surrendered in front of my city hall when I was mayor. Why? Because natatakot ho sila na mamatay and they surrendered. And because of that, the drug problem in Ormoc City bumaba talaga. So, it is not accurate that the Director General said na hindi nag-improve ang situation. At least in my part, as mayor, and I can only speak for myself, nag-improve yung aming lugar.
Yes. May we now ask PDEA to categorically state, no, is this the opinion of the Director General only, or this is based on reports or facts that were gathered by the PDEA when you said that it did not improve?
Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, the question that was asked was that with the passing away of Mayor Espinosa, did it have any effect in Albuera? That's why my answer was that as far as Albuera is concerned, we neither have any indication whether it diminished or the drug campaign or the drug trafficking situation flourished. That was my answer, Your Honor.
Okay. Does that satisfy Congressman Gomez?
I'm good, Mr. Chair. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, DG.
Thank you, DG. Thank you, Congressman Gomez.